Alright, it's time for the first solo backpacking trip of the channel. So it is January 2nd, and a lot of the lakes that I access just straight from my house are impossible to get to right now. But I thought it would be a great time to go head out, test some of my new equipment that I got for Christmas, and just go head out and do a little quick overnighter. So let's get to it. Alrighty folks, so we've made it as far as the trail will take us. So I've parked the four-wheeler here behind this spot. It'll be nice in the shade. But we still do have quite a hike ahead of us. There's a special spot where I want to go spend the night. So it's going to be a little bit of a hike to get in there. So I'm going to pack everything up and hit the trail. Alright guys, I think I found a good camping spot just up ahead. Hopefully it's nice and flat and we can lay our tent down there. Alright, I think this is a good spot. This is gonna be home base for tonight. I think this is a good spot right here. Sweet, yeah, this is a great spot. Check this out too. And as a bonus, we've got this cool little cave hangout area. Gonna have to go check that out. Maybe I'll cook some of my meals up there. That's kind of neat. All right, well, welcome to my humble abode. I got my sleeping bag all set up. I got a Yeti all nice and situated. And yeah, it's all ready. I could put the rain fly on, but it's not gonna rain tonight. And this way, since I'm leaving it off, I'll be able to see the stars at night. So yeah, tent is all situated. All right, I'm gonna go get dinner ready here in just a second. But before I do that, I'm gonna go explore around it a little bit. He's not much of a fetching dog. He's a pretty good camping buddy though. This stuff right here looks like it'll be pretty good kindling to start a fire. So I'm gonna collect a bunch of kindling and some firewood and gonna go ahead and get a fire started here in just a minute. What's up, Yeti? Alrighty folks, so my original plan was to make a fire up on that shelf. But as soon as I tried to start a fire, Yeti ran away because he's not a big fan of fires. And I found a whole bunch of mice turds up there in a little pocket, so I didn't want to be up there breathing that in. So we're just gonna whip out the jet boil right down here and cook us up some chicken and rice melon house. I got a brand new propane tank here for Christmas, so that's super nice. Gonna be putting that to use. Alright, so apparently this requires 2/3 cup of boiling water, or 5.3 ounces. This has 17 ounces, so just gonna eyeball about 6 ounces. Seems about right. Got that going. Alright, seems like our water's just about boiling. And now I will let it stand for 8 to 9 minutes and then enjoy. Alright, our mountain house has been sitting for about 7 or 8 minutes, so I think it's about time to give it a try. I might have added a little bit too much water, but for the most part it looks pretty good. Give it a try. Pretty good. Tastes like chicken and rice. So I've tried 2 mountain houses on my channel so far. I've tried this chicken and rice, and a couple videos back I tried chicken teriyaki, and I think between the two of them I like this one the best. This one tastes the most non freeze dried. Last bite. All right, well that was pretty good. But we got a little something special today. We got Rocky Road chocolate pudding with marshmallows and toasted almonds for dessert. So it says here, all I have to do is add 1 cup of cold water, stir thoroughly, and let sit for 10 minutes. So, I guess I don't have to boil nothing. Just, add 1 cup of cold water. I think it's time to give our dessert a try. That right there looks absolutely scrumptious. It tastes a lot like a brownie batter with marshmallows. It's pretty dang good. Alright, so I'm going to get to bed here shortly, but I want to stay up a little bit while longer because I want to see the night sky. So here, I live in a very small community here in southern Utah, and we are considered a dark skies community. And what a dark skies community is, let's put it this way. If you're in a large city where there's constantly lights on from all the buildings and all the vehicles, those lights that are on 24/7 are constantly polluting the sky, and all that light, it's called light pollution, and it kind of fills up the sky, and it's just always kind of there. So even when it's nighttime, all that light remains in the sky, and it makes it almost impossible to see the stars in those larger cities. But whereas I live here in a very small community with a very small population, we have very few lights on. So as a consequence of that, so as a reward of that, um, our night sky at night is absolutely stunning and just filled with stars because there's pretty much zero light pollution. That's why we are considered a dark skies community. So I'm excited to share with you guys the night sky that I get to witness every night here in just a couple of minutes. So stay tuned. Sit. Any of you folks are ever tent camping or backpacking and you're sleeping in a tent but you want to make a fire, I recommend that you always make your fire a pretty good distance away from your tent, and preferably not preferably downwind. That way any of the sparks from the fire don't get on your tent and burn holes and stuff like that. That's just a good way to avoid any issues like that. Make your fire away from your tent. So the dark sky with all the stars isn't being portrayed too well right now because the lighting is just not too great, and my camera is not being able to capture it all that well. But I'll put some pictures on the screen right now of some pictures taken of the beautiful night sky right in the same community that I'm standing in right now. So I'll put those pictures on the screen right now. Well, guys, for some reason my camera wasn't recording, just barely. But I put the fire out, I brushed my teeth. So now I'm going to go ahead and maybe listen to a podcast and get to sleep here in just a minute. Alrighty, folks, well, I'm going to get to sleep. And unless an animal attacks me in the middle of the night, I'll catch you in the morning. And one other thing, the low tonight is going to be about 30 degrees. So if you're ever camping in weather that drops below freezing, make sure you sleep with your water bottles inside your sleeping bag. That way you don't wake up and they're all frozen. But other than that, I'm going to get to bed. See you in the morning. Well, Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2. Not gonna lie, I slept horrible last night. I wasn't cold or anything, but I just got over a sickness a couple days ago, and it felt like it came back last night. My nose was just extremely stuffy. My throat was hurting. I just did not feel good. But nonetheless, morning is finally here, so I think it's time to get to work. So I'm feeling pretty sick and sleep deprived. So I'm just gonna pack everything up before I do anything else.
Two hours later.
Alright, folks, well, time to head out of here. I've got just about a mile of hiking to do to get to the four-wheeler, so time to hit the trail. Alrighty, folks, well, finally made it back to the four-wheeler. So that's gonna do it for this adventure. I was gonna stay and make a fire and cook some breakfast, but after last night, I'm just feeling extremely sleep deprived and pretty sick. So I'm gonna head out of here. But other than that, hopefully you all enjoyed this backpacking adventure. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.